And as the crypto market has been dumping for today, it looks like we could quite possibly see even further more dump within the crypto space. All we gotta do is take a look at this Bitcoin chart to give us an indication how much we can see the crypto space dump down even much further. And whilst the market is dumping, that means we need to make sure that one, we are not overly invested, and also don't forget to make sure that you keep a close eye on the cryptos which you are holding, because if BTC drops down even further, it could have even more effect on your current positions, unless if you're holding for the long term. And if you're waiting on the sides and you're looking to jump right back in, I'm going to show you in this video how you can capitalize on this move, because ultimately you do not want to jump in and lose even more of your profits or even your positions. So if you'd like to find out how you can get back in and start being profitable, well then guys, you need to stick through all the way to the very end of the video. So let's roll the intro. Hello everyone and welcome back to Total Crypto for another video. It's looking like BTC is more than likely to head its way back down to this level right over here. Just like what I mentioned in one of my previous videos where I spoke about that potentially we could see BTC breaking down below this line right up here. Why don't I draw the line so you can see exactly what I'm talking about, which is this area right over here. And it looks like we have perfectly broken below this level right here, which means we should be expecting further downside move to that circle area, which is right over here, this level right there, which means we should be expecting a further drop, and this drop is going to be not too pleasant, roughly around about a 10 to 8% move to the downside. So that means we should be expecting much more further pain and more move to the downside. Well, that's quite easy. Firstly, head over to whichever platform that you use, and if you don't have a favorite list, it's about time you should start making one, because that way it's easy for you to keep a track on the rest of the coins that you're looking at. And let's start off by checking out what's going on with TCAT, as in Tomcat. Tomcat has been performing really strongly since it got launched. It's perhaps one of the best memes that is on the Ton network. In fact, it is actually one of two best memes on Ton network. Since its inception right down here, we've been continuing our way all the way up, and that is a sign of a very strong meme coin. Oh, and by the way guys, if you're not aware yet, Ton network is in fact one of the latest networks that's out there. You know how we had the whole Solana hype, then we had base hype. Now Ton is a latest blockchain that I reckon should do just as well as when base came out, topping Solana with the volume, especially with all the memes. Now I reckon that Ton would do the same thing. And if you like a video on that, let me know in the info section so I can create that video as well. And if you do hear lots of noise in the background, I do apologise. It's currently raining right now in London, so yeah, nothing there I can do about. But anyway, let's crack on with the video. Seeing as BTC is in fact heading straight back down, we are seeing the price being bought up just a little bit right now, which means if you take a closer look at the Tomcats, so it looks like that we are slightly heading our way back up to the top, which is still looking pretty bullish. Now, if BTC decides to hold this level and continue our way back up to the top, then TCAT will follow. And if you take a look at the current market cap at 20 million, that's not too shabby. I reckon we should be able to see a lot more higher market cap for Tomcats. And currently I do believe that we're overly extended. I won't be looking to buy in right now, because I just would like to see what's going to happen with BTC before aving in or jumping into the rest of the meme. So the aim of this video is to show you, if you are waiting on a sideline or if you've got some capital and you're looking to get in but you don't want to quite get in now, I'm going to show you how you can quite literally plan your entry. So let's continue on with the video. And I'm just about to give you a perfect scenario on how you can plan your trades, especially in a difficult time, especially now that it's quite a difficult time in what's going on with BTC and the rest of the space. Why don't we jump into Chinese Pepe on Sol? I will leave all the contract address within the info section. And right now it looks like that we are continuing our way to a much further down to the ground. However, once BTC decides to turn around and to move back up, all I'm going to do, I'm going to place some lines to give me some key areas that once any of these meme or any cryptos decide to go back up to retest this level, and I'll be looking to place a entry once we do come back up into this level and higher, which is right up here. So we just need to see a retest back up to this level, and the minute we do see a breakup, and then if we hold above this line, then that'll be a good trade to get into, because ultimately if we look to our left, this will be our target right up here. Just going to pull out the measuring tool and measure from once we do break up this level, then we should be paying attention to once we reach to this level right up here, and that will give you around about 64% move to the upside. That is not too shabby of a return. However, in the longer run, I do reckon that we can see a lot more bigger price coming in for Chinese Pepe. Would it compete against the likes of the regular Pepe? Who knows? But ultimately, we do need to see us at least retesting this level before potentially looking to get into a trade. Otherwise, if BTC decides to drop down much further, then we can quite easily expect Chinese Pepe to head much more further down. So there's no point entering right now. So why don't we move on to the next one, which is going to be the battle of the meme, or battle of memes. The battle of memes came out by the pink sale. So if you were fortunate enough to enter during a pre-sale, so you would have got it roughly around about there, you would have made that initial gains. Obviously, sooner rather than later, we will see that pullback. And then had you re-entered around about there, you would have been in major profits. In fact, if you still held your position, you will still be in a profit right here. However, currently it's looking like we are forming a lovely bull flag. So all we got to do is to create a couple of trend lines to draw this bull flag like so. This is looking pretty decent, and only until once we do break up above from this level right here, I'm gonna change that color into yellow and then thicken up the line. Perfect. Now until we do break above from this level right here, let me center the chart. Right, here we are guys. Only until we break above from this level right over here, then that'd be a good entry level, so we can target right back up here, which will give us a pretty decent trade. And then if we then pull out the measuring tool, you can see that from that circle area right here, all the way back to the top is an easy 22%. And once we do break that line, I could only see much more higher price coming in for Book of Memes. If you take a look at the market cap, it's currently at 5.4 mil. We can quite easily do 10x and a lot more from here. So you see guys, it can be as simple as that. All we got to do in times like this, when Bitcoin is pretty much dragging the rest of the market down, is to make sure that we literally just step back, analyze, and then plan our next trades. If you're currently in position, if I was you, I wouldn't take out anything right now as a loss. Wait until Bitcoin decides to flip from bearish to bullish, and then eventually you can either scale out from your current positions, and until then you can either scale out from your current positions or add more, because as long as we see BTC go back up above this yellow line, and if we do break up from this level right up here, we should be continuing our way back up to around about $71,000, and that would have a positive effect on the rest of the market, especially with Battle of Meows, because we're currently in a decent setup. Once we do break above from this bull flag, then we should continue our way up to the next 22% level and go into a discovery phase. Not only that, if we then also take a look at any other memes, like Tomcat will just continue to blast its way to the top. And let's check out a few other memes. So why don't we take a look at Brett, because Brett has been falling just a bit. The market cap is currently at 1.22 billion, and as we can see, we've made a pretty decent drop. So if you're looking to accumulate some more of your Brett, now would be the best chance. And if we zoom into the chart slightly, check this out. Almost exactly the same pattern as BTC. Why don't we all just delete all the lines? Right, let's draw just only a couple of lines. Right, from here, guys, check this out. Now, this was the area that if we do break below, we should be expecting much more further lows. And instead, because we saw a little pump coming in for BTC like this, where you see like a long wick to the bottom, I reckon if we then close our next level or next candle below the yellow line, which is now resistance, then we should fill the whole entire wick and head away back down to this level, which ultimately means if we take a look at Brett, you should move in that same position where we do it like this, back out to this line, and quite possibly continue our way much more further down. I do reckon generally that we should be expecting more red anyway. Only reason why, because currently BTC is shaping up to be kind of bearish, which means it will have a effect on the rest of the space, including Brett. So where do I see Brett in that case? Well, let's bring up another line, because I reckon if we do continue our way much more further down, as we can see, we've created this nice move to the upside. Potentially we could see ourselves at least firstly coming back to retest these levels down here, and how much percent we need to go down in order to get to that level. So we should be expecting potentially another 24% move to the downside. It kind of makes sense, because if BTC goes down by even 5, 6, 7, 8, 9% back down to this level, or even 10%, then usually memes do go down by more than 15, 20, 30, 40%, depending on the meme itself. So that is just my take on the meme space right now. Let's take a look at a couple of more memes, and then we can end the video. Now let's take a look at maneki. Maneki is currently at $64 million market cap. Well guys, it's actually quite a decent area to buy more of maneki. Why don't we just expand the chart and look at this. Wow, the setup still looking very, very bullish. Let's delete all the lines. All right, now this is looking not too shabby. However, if we do fall back down to much more lower prices, then we should be expecting to at least retest within the zone right over here. So as Bitcoin is looking more likely that we're going to head our way back down by another 10%, then potentially if we see maneki drop as well, then we can expect anywhere between 20 to maybe 34% move to the downside as well. Now this area here could be an amazing potential area to accumulate your manekis. What I'll do, let's pull out the brush. So anywhere around here, it would potentially be a really good entry, because once we do see a retest back into these zones down here, then I reckon we can quite flip very quickly and hit back here, because as soon as BTC goes to $71,000, then I can see us at least get above this level, then continue our way back up to this higher up here. So that means literally potentially from here to there, that would give us 49% move to the upside. Once we clear this level, 105% move to the upside, and then once we retest this highest up here, it's like nearly 3x move to the upside. Now let's take a final look at Success Kid, and then we can end the video. So it looks like for Success Kid, the market cap is currently at 2.9 mil, so it has dropped down quite a bit, but it's still extremely good news, because I reckon we are still going to see a big bull run coming in for Success Kid. In my price prediction, it will all stay the same, simply because the total supply is extremely low compared to the rest of the meme space. And if we take the T1, and because it's one of the OG memes, the T1, then I reckon we can still easily see around about $1 or more for Success Kid. But for the meantime, what do we do when all we see is nothing but red? And how is Success Kid holding up? Well, if you take a look at the charts, so far we're doing pretty well. We're not reacting very badly, which is good, I would say. Now this structure is still looking very, very decent, because even though we saw a nice run up to the upside, as we pull back, we in fact gone well below this level right over here, which gives us a massive buying opportunity. I don't think we will go too far down, because normally Success Kid is quite robust during the bearish markets, especially when the market's going down a little bit. However, right about now, I do believe it is definitely worth getting a lot more of your S-Kid, especially if you're bullish on the project, because now we're getting a lot more lower prices at around about 3 cents. Now, eventually, once BTC decides to flip above 71,000, I reckon we can easily see more than 67% move to the upside for Success Kid. In fact, we could even go as high as retesting more than 100% move. So that means the price should be at around about 6 cents, maybe even more, because it really depends on the community and how much more volume would you see being driven into Success Kid. But overall, guys, I reckon with Success Kid, majority of the memes has a stronger setup for the charts. It's got a stronger community, and the chart hasn't really reacted very badly. But anyway, that is just my opinion. What you can do also, if you're quite savvy, you could also go through all the transactions down here, seeing what's been bought and sold. And at the time of this video, it looks like just over an hour ago, this person over here has bought more than $1.4 thousand worth of Success Kid. So I reckon, guys, so these are just my predictions. Nothing in this video is financial advice, so you have to go do your own research before you commit to do anything in crypto. Whilst we're down by 19.59%, it's always good to capitalize on this, but be careful, guys. Make sure you only trade with the amount that you're willing to risk to lose. Give me a like, subscribe, hit the bell notifications to be updated for all my latest content and videos. And if you haven't done so already, head over towards my YouTube channel, subscribe up here, hit the bell notification, scroll down, check out my last few videos, and I will see you all in the next one.